Good afternoon, cardboard collectors, investors, whether it's sports, Pokemon TCG stuff, golf, NASCAR. I want to try to get into some of the other stuff, but today we're going to highlight Obsidian Flames. This set gets so much hate. Its booster boxes are on TCG Player approximately $104 right now, $105. I picked this one up for somewhere around $90 recently, and I've got my eye on a few more. It's hard to get them. I mean, it's hard to get these for like, they should have been like $80, $85 and stuff like that. It's hard to get that. I was able to get Scarlet and Violet base for like 77 bucks not that long ago, a box for that much, and I can get boxes for a little over 80, but like this box, it seems like it never kind of dropped down that low. I think it's because, you know, it's a Charizard set. It's got Charizard on the box. This box is like perfect. Whoever I sell this to, if they're a sealed investor, I mean, look at the top. Sealed collector, the top is perfect. Everything's perfect. Sometimes you get the perforated messed up, but this is like an immaculate box right here. High grade sealed box. I love it. But you know, so this set, like, this is my son's favorite set from. I mean, I wouldn't say it's his favorite set. It was his favorite set to open till Shiny Treasures EX came out. He said that was his favorite. Now the Japanese version of Paldean Fates, he loves that. So, and I can get those for pretty cheap, $22 I think with the TikTok coupons. But Obsidian Flames, it's hard to get these for less than about 100 now. And so I want to kind of highlight what it is you're actually investing in, or what you could be collecting out of this box. People always say the hit rates were too easy. It's the set list is small. The hit rates are the same. So to get a illustration rare, it's 1 in about 13 packs, according to TCG player data. It's the same for Paldea Evolved. It's the same for Scarlet and Violet base. I think Paradox got it slightly different. It might have been the same for the illustration rares on Paradox Rift, but for the special illustration rares, it went up a pack or two. So special illustration rares are about 1 in every 32 packs. So there's 36 packs here. Every booster box usually has one. We opened a couple of these, I think 2 or 3, I'm not sure. And every box gave us a gold card. Except for one, and every box gave us a special illustration rare. So we got a hyper rare and a special illustration rare out of every box, and then like three to four illustration rares. So I mean, hit rates are the same. It's just the set list is small. When it's a smaller set, you know, the cards seem to be easier to pull, even though you're just pulling more of the same rarity, duplicates more so. So, like I said, it's basically the same hit rates. When this box, you know, skyrockets in the future, it's not going to be anytime soon. Maybe a year from now, we'll start seeing it hitting 140, 150, doing that. So get them at 100 right now is a good idea. Hopefully 90 if you can, 95. Get some of those TikTok shop coupons. Just pick them up one at a time. I mean, if you got to pick up one of these, one Paradox, whatever, instead of cases, I mean, if you're getting a better deal, that's how I like to do it. In this box here, it's Charizard heavy. I think it hit its highest right around Christmas time, because at Christmas time, a lot of kids want Charizard. A lot of people want to buy that base set. Charizard sells a lot around Christmas time too. Charizard is something that people want under the Christmas tree. People want to give as gifts. You know, Pikachu's another one. The big names, but Charizard, the Charizard products usually kind of go up right around the Christmas time, and then they kind of come back down a little bit in January, February. So I think these boxes, I think during that time, you know, they started going up just a little bit. I think they hit about 106, 108 at that time, and then they came back down to like 95 after that. Now they're back up to 104. So so what can you expect in this? Literally, I think there's maybe 21 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 21 illustration rare, special illustration rare, and hyper rare. So all the good artwork cards and the gold cards, there's like 21 cards. So let's kind of go through the cards from lowest to highest. So for about $1, it's the Varoom illustration rare. Sorry about the glare here. Maybe I don't know how to cut that out. But the Varoom special illustration rare, it's a good looking card. He's not the most popular of Pokemon, I guess. Even my son was saying, because he plays the games. I don't know anything about the actual video games at all. I've never played the video games. And I do know a little bit about the card game because he tells me, and it helps me with my investing stuff too, because sometimes the playability plays a factor in investability sometimes for certain cards. But yeah, here's the Varoom illustration rare, about $1 card. Next we have the, where are we at here? Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt. That one's worth about $1.40. Like I said, all these cards, even though it says $1, it's gonna cost you about $2 probably shipped for some of these cards that are sub $2. You're gonna end up still paying $2 shipped plus tax, you know, $2.25 or something. But that's less than a pack, you know. So, and it's hard to pull the ones you want, the specific ones. So it's easy. Just go on eBay, TCG Player, just order the ones that you want for $2, and they'll be shipped and all that. So that's the Belly Bolt right there. It's kind of dark. It'd be better if they had that, if the light kind of lit up a little bit more, so you can kind of see more of the graphics on there. But it's a cool card. I think Belly Bolt's a little more popular than the Varoom. Next we have the Larvitar. This is kind of that little simple art. It reminds me of the Mew from Paldean Fates. I guess there's a pincer in an upcoming set, or the one that came out just recently, Twilight Masquerade. But yeah, kind of simple, but that's pretty neat there. And it's this one's another $1.40 card, so this one and the Belly Bolt about the same. Next we have Palafin. That's like one of my son's favorite. He told me he's like a superhero or something. Dolphin. The Palafin from Paldean Fates, definitely much better artwork. This one's kind of cartoony, and it's all mostly one color, except for the bottom has a little bit more color to it, a little bit of pink, but it's not bad. It's a good looking card, and this one is about $1.75. And these prices, I mean, the cheapest one was about $1. Like I said, these illustration rares in the Scarlet and Violet era are actually doing a lot better than the lower end trainer gallery cards. I don't know why. The trainer gallery, it's been out for a while. The ones that are textured are doing a little bit better, but even still then, they're not nowhere near what I think their potential is. And same with the lower end. I mean, some of those are like 40-cent cards. Literally, you can clean up and just like for $40, you can get like 100 of the lower end cards, 40, 50 after tax, maybe $65 shipped. You get like 100 of those trainer gallery cards, and I think there's only like 160 of the low end ones or something like that. So that aren't textured. They're fairly cheap and very underrated, but these illustration rares are doing a lot better than those trainer galleries are. This LeChunk here is about $1.80, so not hitting that $2 range yet, but I mean, look at that. I mean, $1.80 for the artwork on some of these is just, for that price, man. All right, and then the next one, we have our first special illustration rare, not even a $2 card. This card right here, you can't even see how, I mean, it's a great looking card. But yeah, this one has the Caparajah in it, and Poppy, I guess, I'm not sure. My son said that she's a fairly strong character in the video games and popular. So in the future, I mean, you can get this card for $2, shipped probably $2.25, $2.50. And it's a special illustration rare, again, one in about 32, 34 packs to pull these cards, and to get them for less than $2, I mean, that is ridiculous. But that's another one of the cards here. And then the next one, we have the first card that's over $2, according to TCG Players, the Houndour, is that what you call this guy? Houndour, because I know there's a Houndoom as well. That one's kind of cool. I mean, the little puppies are like kind of doing a bunch of different stuff, sleeping, playing around, and there's a fence back there. It looks like they're in like a backyard or something. Yeah, so that's the Houndour. After Houndour, we have I got two of those here. The Ice Cube Special Illustration Rare. Another simple artwork, very much like that Mew from Paldean Fates, or the Larvitar I showed you earlier. But yeah, Special Illustration Rare. Again, this is another $2.15 card. You probably get it for $3 landed, you know. So, I mean, it's interesting, you know, how these special illustration rares are just so cheap. But like I said, later on in the future, when Obsidian Flames is an expensive box, it's going to be fun to open this. It's not fun like when you buy a $2,000 box in the future of Evolving Skies or Fusion Strike when it's $1,500 or something like that, and you don't pull nothing. You literally pull like all EXs and maybe a full art or something like that. But you open this box here when it's very expensive later on in the future, you're going to be pulling some nice stuff out of these boxes. So that's going to hold some weight. that's gonna you know, put that on people's mind. You know, when they go to buy these things, they're gonna remember, or they're gonna, you know, get that information, and like it's gonna sway them to want to buy these things. So the next is our first gold card. This is the Artisan, and this one's going for about 220 right here. Again, I'm not a big fan of gold cards. Certain ones, yeah, like that Snorlax from Chilling Reign, you know, and the rainbows too. But my son loves gold cards. I mean, he likes to try to send them all to PSA to get graded, all the ones. This is one of the ones that actually looks like it could possibly get the 10. I mean, it looks really good front. The back is, you know, my son's got one of these funny sleeves, but like I said, these are all my son's cards here. The sealed stuff is always mine, my stuff that I invest and sell. And, you know, if something happens to my car or something like that, I need a little extra cash, I can just liquidate a few boxes, you know. Which is, it's a good thing to have that like that. So, but the cards, this is my son's. He's like so attached to these. He's got them all in his top loader binders, and so he loves this stuff. So, so after we have the Pidgeotto, the first of the Pidgeot line, the Pidgey line, and this is about a $2.50 card. You know, it's nice. I mean, again, there's a lot of simple artwork in Obsidian Flames. For some reason, it almost seems like the same artist did this, the Larvitar, the Ice Cube, but it's not the same artist. But yeah, so this is the first of the Pidgey line. This is the Pidgeotto, like I said, another $2.50 card. And then we got another special illustration rare, almost at $3, about $2.90. We got the Revavroom, how do you say it? Revavroom, special illustration rare. Another, I mean, the artwork is really nice. It's just, I don't know if like maybe the generation that grew up playing the game with him in it will like this stuff. I mean, it's almost like, you know, hot rod cars, Hot Wheels, kind of things like that, but then combined with Pokemon or something like that. But like I said, it's not even a $3 card, but same pull rates as all the other ones. Special illustration rare. So that's a Revavroom. We have the next one is Gita, another special illustration rare. Apparently she's not well liked in the video games or by the players and stuff, so this I don't, you know, this is secondhand knowledge from my son. She's not one of the most liked. So this card dropped. I remember when it first, Obsidian Flames first came out, I think this was in the 20s, but now you can pick this card up for just under $3, like $2.92 it says on there. So the next card I do not have is the Gold Fire Energy. My son didn't pull that card. We can get that card. It's like, it's $3.39 it says right there for the Gold Fire Energy. If he wants it, maybe we'll buy that one, but it's kind of like we weren't really looking for, you know, energies. I like the stadiums and the Pokemon when it comes to the gold cards and the rainbow cards, stadiums and stuff like that. Depends. I mean, not stadiums, the energies and stuff like that. Just kind of depends, you know. I mean, because he's already got from other sets Gold Fire Energy, so it's like, why buy another one? Okay, so after the Gold Fire Energy, we got like probably one of the best arts, and this is about a $4.13 card, and this is the Gloom. I mean, look at that, so detailed, so nice. I think this is one of those ones that's highly underrated, and will be expensive later on in the future. I mean, for right now, it's not even $5, it's a little over $4, $4.13 or something like that, but this is a very nice artwork right there. A lot going on in that one. So yeah, then you can get this for cheap. Like I said, $4.13. All right, so we're getting about $4.50 now. We got the second of the Pidgey line. This is the basic Pidgey right there. Again, it's that same simple artwork, but some people really love this, and other people just kind of like they can take it or leave it. But I've seen people say this is one of their favorite lines out of all of like the Sword and Shield, is that Pidgeotto and Pidgeot line. I think they're cool. I mean, it doesn't blow you away with the artwork, but keeping it simple is actually kind of cool too as well. So this is another good one here. And if you're playing those Charizard decks and you have like the Pidgeot, and then you need some Pidgeys if you want to bling it out, some, you know, for cheap, you know, not even $5, you can, you know, throw a couple of these in there. Like my son, he's got a few higher end cards to bling out his deck. We're gonna start going out doing some of the competitions because he's getting really good, and he's built a couple decks. He wants to build a variation of that Charizard deck with the Greninja, apparently with the Greninja, and switching in like Chien-Pao and stuff. So I'm waiting. Actually, I could probably get him the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade, just like the full art or something like that, or one of the EX ones for pretty cheap. But that special illustration rare is like over 200 right now, which it's got to come down. There's no way it's going to stay up that. All right, so after that we have the scissor, one of my son's favorite as well. This is a $5 card. The first card that hits $5 is scissor. So everything up from here up is $5 or more. And this one, it's very red, you know, you're like a washed out and just red, but it's a cool artwork right there. That one of the most kind of different cards that you're gonna see from the Scarlet and Violet era, just kind of out there like that, but it's really cool, really good one right there. And then after that we have our $8 and a little over $8, $8.32, the Cleffa. This card right here is amazing. I remember how much hype there was around this one. It's so simple. Cleffa's just sitting there, got a shooting star going by, but yeah, that one is amazing right there. Simple artwork, but you know, that's again, a lot of these cards are screaming at me like $20, $30 cards, like in the not too distant future. So right now it's a good time to pick some of these stuff up. And now this next card right here is probably one of those cards that is so underrated. I could see this one doing kind of what, I wouldn't say quite Magikarp, but kind of doing what the Groudon did in the Paradox Rift. Groudon hit up over 60, now it's sitting about $52 or something like that. Here is the Ninetales illustration rare. I mean, just an amazing looking card right there. And this one's sitting at about $9.84, so just under $10 for this card right here. And like I said, I could see this one hitting like 50, 60 bucks next year sometime, or if that whole pump and dump that's been going on with a lot of this stuff, I could see that. So you pick a few handful of these up at $10. When that happens, you might be able to, you know, 5x your money. And so this is one of those cards, man. Look at the artwork on that. I mean, so underrated at $10. I mean, for Obsidian Flames, I guess it's not underrated for an Obsidian Flames card, but just in general, I think this card just screams like $30, $40 card like right now. So it's beautiful one right there. Now we have the big dog from the Pidgey line right here, and that is the Pidgeot. And the blue on here just pops. So like my camera's not gonna do it justice. If you have this, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so my son has this, and then he has a lightly played one in his deck to bling it out. I think I got that like for $4 or $5 for a lightly played one for his deck. So this card's highly playable. You use this with apparently with the rare candy and the Pidgey. You don't need the Pidgeotto, so you use the rare candy and it skips that. The rare candy is a pretty popular card too. That's why it's super playable. Always has been, always will be. But yeah, there's the Pidgeot special illustration rare, and this one's sitting just under 13 bucks at $12.60. So starting to climb a little bit. I think this card hit about $9 a couple months ago. When I bought the lightly played one for my son, I think the near mint was about $9, so I was able to get the lightly played for like $4. But now these are up at like 13 and climbing right now, currently climbing. So, all right, and then here is the gold Charizard right here. This card recently dropped a little bit. It's been sitting around $20 for a long time, but now it's sitting at about $17.80, so $18. It's dropped like about $2. So we're what 10% drop recently, but yeah, this is probably because they have, you know, they have the full art. I wasn't gonna do the full arts on this video because there's too much like with the full arts and the double rare EXs and all that kind of stuff. But illustration rare, special illustration, hyper rare, just this is kind of what you want to collect when you're getting these cards. Full arts kind of take a backseat to illustration rare. So, but this is like the gold version of the full art, and yeah, this card right here is it's cool right here. This one, I like this one a lot. It looks a lot better than just the regular one. But yeah, like I said, this one's sitting at just under 18 bucks at $17.80. All right, and finally the big dog is the Charizard SIR. My son pulled this literally out of the first box that we opened, and it was like, man, all right, cool, got the big hit. But when he pulled it, it was like a $170 card. Of course, it's gone all the way down to, we're looking at $42, and we got it graded as a PSA 9, which puts it about 42 bucks. I think you can probably get maybe a $5 premium, get like $47, $48, but we're holding on to this one here. And again, my camera does not do this card justice at all. This card, the one from Paldean Fates, my son's got the Japanese version from Shiny Treasure EX, just looks amazing. But So that's it right there. So there's literally the 21 cards that you want to get when you open up this box. Most likely when you open up this box, you're probably going to get one of the special illustration rares I showed you, the Poppy, the Gita, the Charizard, the Vroom. You're probably going to get 3 or 4 of the illustration rares, like from the Pidgey line, the Lechonk, Pelifin, Houndour, and you might also get one of the gold cards, you know, the Gold Fire, the Artisan, or the Gold Charizard. So you get quite a bit out of a box. Every time we open a box, it was 14 hits or so, and with a small set list like this, you know, when I say 14 hits, it was like a few EXs as well, and like a full art too. So I think like 3 EXs, a full art, a special illustration rare, a gold card, 3 illustration rares. I mean, it was, these boxes are stacked, they're loaded, they're like I said, in the future they are going to be a fun box to rip. It's a Charizard set, it's got Charizard on the box. I mean, it's to me it's a good investment. So I'm all in on these when I can get them at good deals, because I'm not going to bend over backwards trying to pay full price for these. I'm getting them for 100 or less right there. If I can't, then it's not a done deal. You know, maybe in a few months that my stance on that will change, but right now this is a set that I think is highly underrated. It gets so much hate for no reason. I don't know why people complain about pull rates. I don't. When I open this box with my son, he has a great time. Top loads all his stuff, puts him in his binder, and is proud what he pulled out of this. So I think this is, just like I said, this is going to be awesome. Who knows, 10 years from now, when these boxes could be like $2,500, $3,000 boxes, we have people like PokeRev selling slots, opening. People are going to get stuff out of these boxes. People are going to get awesome artworks, cards that are going to be worth a lot more than they are now, of course. So yeah, like I said, I'm a believer in Obsidian Flames, and maybe I'll do a Scarlet Violet video on this one here once we stack together all the cards, let you guys see what you can pull out of a Scarlet and Violet box. But that's the end of my video. You guys have a good, happy 4th of July coming up next week, and a good rest of your weekend. All right, see you on the next one.